Hi, my name is Kelly Bowker. I am a channel and a light language worker, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a channel with a channel. Uh, like and subscribe if it's something that you enjoy. I just wanted to give a little bit of a explanation of the video before you watch it. It is an excerpt from a one-to-one session that I did with the lady's permission because it is so pertinent to so many of us. She has a loved one in her family that has been born on the spectrum, and he also has uncontrolled diabetes and isn't particularly able to manage that. And this is kind of coming to the forefront. And what she wanted to talk to the guides about was, what is her responsibility? How much should she do to help? How does she make these decisions? There is some wonderful information within this video about dynamics, how we help our loved ones, how we interact with our loved ones. And I felt that it was really an important message to share with everybody. So I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe, share it with anybody. It is, there are some threads of information within this video that really help us to understand why now so many are being born on the spectrum and the gift that is. And it's just a wonderful understanding. So I hope you enjoy it and have a great day. Yeah. All right, let's just take a breath right in and just blow it out. And then just breathe into your heart with that color green. And see the space in your chest and blow it out. And then we're going to breathe it in. And we're going to send it down to Mother Earth. And we're going to breathe it in. And we're going to send it up to the cosmos. Knowing that we're all one, we're all connected. Then we'll do just a few of those breaths down to Mother Earth. Yara como ozi kiana katikama zoto ori kiazakara manyono kozika tarakatu. Oh, that's a good way to start. That is exactly flowing that energy, connecting to the energy and flowing it. That's the answer. That's the answer to the present moment. They tell me that all the time. And I forget over and over. I keep forgetting, because our present moment gets so full. I realized that it's like our present moment gets so full, and it's like it just, when we're full of the energy of human stuff, it doesn't leave space. I'm getting very, very newly in tune. My guides seem to go with themes, and that idea of holding space, they keep bringing that back to me. That we have to move things out and create space for them to come in.
Nice.
And
yeah.
And that's a really good thing to think about when you're thinking about settling into that present moment. Just move stuff out, create some space, and then breathe that breath up and down. And knowing when we do that, Jill, they have shown me so clearly that energy stream that loops and goes through our chakra system and down to Mother Earth and up through our chakra system, and it goes in all directions, and it does this infinity sign is what they showed me in my mind. It looked like a model of an atom, that the model of an atom that you see with the thing that goes to the center and with the center, and that flowing, as it does that flowing, we have to, with our mind and our intention, realize that energy is doing, it's like three things. It alchemizes, it releases and it picks up. And so when and it's to whichever chakra is needed, is able to do that work. But then, so our chakra system does all of that. It releases, it alchemizes, and it picks up. And then we send it out for whatever our system wasn't able to do. At the cosmos level, it will do it. And then when we send it into Mother Earth, it's doing it all the time. I just read in my book this morning, and I asked the angel, I forget which angel, I think it was the angel of the orange chakra system, either orange or yellow, I can't remember. And I still haven't learned all their names. And I asked the question when they were coming through, if we're unaware, is it still working? And they said all the time. It's doing, the angels are working for the humans all the time, utilizing the chakra system. So that's a good place to start. So what can I do for you this morning, my darling? Well, I feel like that my jaw is starting to go, so I almost feel like they're ready to talk. The spirit wants to come through. So let's just see what they've got to say about this, okay?
Yeah, go for it. Mate.
Because you know that we think that the issue is they're really here. The issue is this, but you and I know that most of the time these issues that are right in our face are really this thing out here. And they're the ones that can see that so much clearer than we can. So let's just let them come through. Yeah. Let's just see what Spirit's got to say about this morning.
That's why you're my girl.
Mm-hmm. Give me just a minute. Aziara como ozi kita kiara como ana ziana mayanta ko o katia zara kiara katotu ziara como toto. Azi kiara como omnia na azi kiara como omnia taka atiki katatara como toto si ti kiara kato. The human experience. The human experience with the interrelationships is very, very complex. And there are patterns within the human system and dynamics that make one think that there are the supposed tos and the have tos and the shoulds in any given time for another. The conundrum in this innately is that there is very little one human can do to truly affect the outcome of the other. This is a very frustrating dynamic. This is a very frustrating situation for those who love their people. And of course, we know that that is the case. We know that there is great love and concern for one to the other in many of these circumstances. But one has to remember that all who are incarnated at this time made decisions around their incarnation. They made the decisions around such things as the diabetes and the neurological malformation, perhaps, that is going on in this young man's being. That was decided before he came forward. He is a very strong and evolved soul. There are great many things for him to learn during this incarnation, and through the love that he had for his family and for his soul community, he took this on when he chose to come forth. That is a concept that can be owned intellectually fairly easily for the human, but it is not so easily absorbed into the heart. When you see the individual acting out these behaviors, and you can see the writing on the wall, so to speak, of what you know is coming down the road, and there is great angst, and because the nursing mind that you have is able to realize that if X and Y and Z were done consistently, these big hurdles and happenstances would not come to transpire. But the reality is there is no amount of intervention on your part that is going to change the trajectory of this young man's life. This is not an easy thing, we know. And we send you great love and compassion as you must learn to navigate this difficult situation. They're showing me like a perspective, that it is a shifting in perspective. That is exactly right. And you're not going to be able to do it for his mother and father and sister either, or any of those others that love him. And it might even be the case that if you're able to truly bring this perspective into your heart and have it absorb into you at a soul level, there is very likely going to be judgments at you because of it. This is a hard concept to understand. We will speak it in a little different way. Honor the sacrifice is not quite the right word. That will do for now. Honor his path and the rippling effects that will come from him living his life on his terms. There is no wrong action, dear one. There is nothing going wrong here, though we know that doesn't quite sit right. But when these ones come forth with their mental acuity changed in such a deliberate way so that those at large will not interact with him, if there was the diagnosis of dementia, as your mind, your nursing mind goes to, if there was that diagnosis, it would be a clearer path for caregiving. That is why so many are coming forward now with these spectrum is the term, I believe, that is used, that somewhere on the spectrum there is a we would call it a malformation within the neurons of his brain that makes him interact with his world in a different way. It is a gift, dear one. It is a gift to you. It is a gift to all who love him. And he loved you all enough to take on this very challenging incarnation in order for those of you who love him and are part of his life to be able to learn the perspectives and the evolution that will come from your interactions with him. They're really knocking at the door here. Let's let them come through. Hold on just a second. You, dear one, have one responsibility in this incarnation. It is to evolve your own soul to the level that you are able to during this lifetime. You are so supported with many, many non-physical beings, past loved ones, angels, and guides that have been with you since before birth, who know you completely and love you and hold you in all aspects of this incarnation. But be reminded, dear one, that so does your dear nephew, and so does your sister and her husband. It is each incarnation's responsibility to learn what has to be learned within the incarnation. Take the comfort in knowing that when you step back and with much difficulty, often for the human, keep your hands off the situation, even though you know you have the tools, you have the gifts, you have the abilities to reach into a situation and do the certain things that would facilitate and make the path for these loved ones smoother. Take comfort in knowing that it is even a greater love to hold back and allow them to figure out for themselves. It is the tripping and falling and bumping the noses in life that gives the learning for the individual. The incarnation will just roll around and around and around until the lesson is learned that is intended for that fractal of the soul to bring back to the all. And that is okay. There's no judgments in any of that. There is no time. There is no getting it done in less incarnations. We do not want to give any kind of a thought of that. We just want you to feel the empowerment around allowing whatever discomfort, pain, difficulties that are in store, that they will unfold in whatever way that they are intended to unfold. That does not mean you're not available. That does not mean that you are not, when one is asked for help, one could set inside themselves and say, is this, they're giving me the word is this an enabling behavior or an enabling help? Are there pieces of this that they could do for themselves if they were allowed to struggle and figure it out? Those are the questions to ask. And we know how difficult that is. We know what a struggle it is. This one struggles with her children all the time. How much help does she give? How much advice should she give? How much facilitation should she give? It is part of the human condition. We understand that. But we feel in you, dear one, that you are right in that space of, there is a part of you that knows these words that are being spoken, you have called them forth. There is a big part of you, but there is that nursing part of you, that caregiver part of you, that part of you that you have always been the one that has swooped in and did what needed to be done and put the nose to the grindstone. That is a wonderful part of you. We're not saying that it is not. What we are saying is those noses to the grindstone abilities need to turn within, that you need to be, your work in this incarnation is to evolve you. And we do understand that the choice to come forward as a twin also was a decision that was made that would even give you greater challenges to want to swoop in and facilitate and assist. There is no wrong decision in any of this. There is no wrong decision. The human must acknowledge that on their earthly journey, we are just nudging you to your highest evolution during this incarnation. And for any of you that stay exactly where you started out, we have no judgment, we have only love and support. But if you are feeling those nudges, dear one, it is us. It is your team, your loved ones that are right with you, giving you those nudges, putting those questions into your mind. Should I be doing that? Is that really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is it for their highest good? Because much of what is going on in any given circumstance is the fodder for evolution for the individual. Oh, wow. This is pretty good stuff. I can say that because it's not me. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the video. I think that the quote that he loved you enough to take on this difficult incarnation is a really important quote. I hope it blesses your heart. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day, everybody. See you soon.